Hello one, hello all, my name's Eddie Pider, welcome back to the channel. Today we start a new game, Automation Empire, which came out earlier today. Now I've been waiting for this game for a while, and over the past week or so I've not had a monitor to use, so I've actually been watching YouTube videos through the TV of a couple of YouTubers. But thanks to them two, I got to enjoy this game even though I weren't playing it, and now I can play it, and we're going to play it together. Okay, so now I've done Split Valley already. I haven't obviously completed it, but that's my own personal game. So we're going to do a different map. So we've got Rocky Hills. Ooh, craters, that looks interesting. Let's give craters a try. Okay, so we're going to start with New Colony. Now the starter mode basically starts you off with a basic setup, but obviously I prefer to set my own setup up. You'll understand why as we play. So I generally turn that off. Okay, so what can we call this? I'm terrible with names. Let's see. Okay, let's call it the Dirty World. Like I said, I'm not very good with names. Okay, so let's get started. Now I will be pausing between at certain points because, as you'll understand quickly enough, this game you need to put a lot of time into it. Okay, so in order to succeed, to complete the mission per se, we basically need to be bringing in, I think it's 30,000 per month, 30,000 kilograms. As you'll see, where is it? Oh, this one here. Right, so all your different resources weigh different amounts per crate. So you've got ash there, 1 kilogram. You've got iron ore, 1 kilogram. Coal ore, crude oil. You got gold. You got green grain, red grain, and then these are your advanced items. You got your capacitors, your gold fuel, steel plates. They're your top three there. The steel plates, the gold fuel, and the capacitors. If I remember, I haven't got to steel plates yet. I think you need steel, which is iron and coal in a combiner, and then you need I don't know what else you need to turn it into steel plates. Like I said, I ain't got that far. But then of course you've got coal, which is 10 kilograms, gold, iron, oil, and then you've got ethanol and grain meal. So you've got quite a lot of things that you can do. So we're going to start, and the first thing I try to do is pick a nice spot for my entrance and exit, and I want it relatively close because we have 4 patches of coal here, which is really handy to start with. So what I generally do, we're going to have an entry. I'm going to put that there because we can move the exit at some point if need be. Can I put an exit? Rotate there. Oh yeah, I should do. Okay, so no, we've got to rotate it. There we go. Okay, so there's entrance and exit, which is really handy to start off with. Okay, so now I want a loading bay. I'm just going to pop that. Yeah, I'll pop that there like that for now. And then, okay, so I need power. Let's get just saving on money right now, so keep everything close. We have power. I want a mining rig. And I want a crate maker. Yeah, we'll just start off here for now. And then you need a transfer tube. Let's get some power. And we'll up that priority. If you don't up the priority there, your drones won't pick anything up. This is your drone bay. So pop that down. Each drone bay allows you the use of 4 drones. So we go 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now if that was set to off, then they wouldn't touch it. And then of course if I had this one and another one, I set this one to high and then the other one to medium, we'll take from this one first. They're relatively simple in their use. Okay, so all we do is we let this run. Right, so the crate maker is now working, and that'll spit out a crate of coal ore. Now obviously there's the first truck. He'll pull into the stop, and we need to up the priority on that. And then these drones will just come along and off they go. So this is just the start, and this is just so we can earn some base money. And so as long as we can increase our money, then we can put down more mines, and then we can really start pumping out what we need. Because what the best way to do it, I've found, when you're starting, you start with this simple setup here, power plant and a drone bay, and then as you improve, wait until your money builds up, and then you increase how many mines you've got. Another good way of doing it is to put a second truck stop in, because it depends really, because these don't take all that long to come. I think it's like a 15 or 10-second interval, something like that. Now of course you can increase the speed of everything when you start doing research, which will be our next goal. Once we've got basic production running, because on 4 of these I'll probably get away with running 2 of these, so I'll be able to produce quite a bit of material to get us started. There's the first 7,000, so we're up to 25,000. Okay, well, I'm going to let this run a bit, and then we've got a bit more money, I'll bring you back. Okay, so we're up to about 44,000 right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify this slightly in order to prepare for when I've got all 4 running. So what you do is you hit pause key. Now you get you get a full refund whenever you delete something, which is really awesome. What I want to do now is no, I want to go like this. I'm just going to put 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll put 8 down. And then I want this guy here. And I want power. Like so. Okay, so the best way to figure out is where you want your track to run. Now I'm thinking, because these, I think these are even, they look even. Yeah, so if I put this is transfer, these are transfer tubes, so you've got one that sucks resources up from crates and minecarts, and this one dumps into crates and minecarts. You've got a single excuse me, you've got a single transfer tube. This is 3 of these basically. You've got a small container and a large container. These are what you start with. So we put this here like so, and this one we want an extractor, so we put that there like that. Okay, and then we get a simple mine track. We go, this gonna fit? No, but we can put a little swirl in the track to make that level. Like so. Okay, so we add a minecart like that. Okay, so it'll come over to the mining rig, and when this obviously has enough, it will then fill up the minecart. That's how it works. Huh. Where is it? Oh, there you go, it's filled up now. Okay, so there it's extracted, and now the crate maker will get to work. Now obviously it's not as efficient as being plugged directly into the mining rig. Don't forget to do that. Also, I shortened the road. I've left the exit there because eventually I will have my road run all the way up there. But for now, just a short little U-bend is perfectly fine. So now we should have enough for a second one of these. We'll get another dumping pipe, and then we can extend our track, and we will add a cart. Alright, so there you go. So now we have 2 carts going around, and that'll increase the speed by which we actually produce crates, because we're now bringing out more resources. It's the aim of the game. You just keep producing as much resources as you can. The more resources you produce, the more money you earn, but also the more things you unlock, and obviously you'll get into research. For research, we're actually going to go straight to the iron, and we're going to start researching using the iron over there. Alright, so I'll bring you back when I've earned a bit more money and we can expand a bit more. Alrighty then, so I'm now up to 130,000, which should be more than enough to improve our system here. So what I want to do, I want to hit pause, and oh, I didn't mean to click the drone, but it's fine because I can just put him back down in a minute. Right, so let's get all this out of the way. Right, so I need that truck to move a bit. Thank you. Right, so what I want to do is there, and then we're going to go like that, and across there like that, and then we'll maximize that. Also, another thing to note is you can actually select what gets put on the truck, which is, I think, pretty brilliant, to be honest. It makes sorting everything out a lot simpler. So right, so what I want to do now is I want 2 of these running. Let's see, what's the best way of doing this? Let's get that track out of the way for the time being. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What's that problem? I can just pop that back in like that. Okay, so what I generally do is I'll get a big one of these. Now, what I want to do is try and line it up like that. Put a single one of these on. Oh, that's trains. Okay, so one thing about these, the transfer pipes, the ups and downs, is oh, I do apologise, bloody tickly cough right now. Basically, as long as you have a straight right underneath, you can literally have it any way you want, like that. If you wanted to, it will still pick up from there. So, which is absolutely amazing. Oh, dear God. Why me? Why me? Been perfectly fine all week. As soon as I finally get to make a video, I have a tickly cough. Okay, so we're going to hook that up, and then that's going to come round like that. And then I'm going to have that and that there. I'm just hoping, yeah, what I'm going to do is, you are kind of limited when it comes to the turns because they're all like this here. So you do have a gap between the tracks. I mean, you can run them next to each other. You just got to put a little like turn circle on the end. So what I want to do is I want a drop off there. I'm going to put one there. Get our main track. It's going to go there, there, and there. Okay, so that keeps it nice and simple. We're going to up the carts to 5. We need. You're gonna there and there. Obviously, you can neaten up the power lines at some point, but I don't really fuss at the beginning. Okay, so what I want now is, well, first I'm going to let that start running because I want the resources to start building up. And while we do that, we can set up. Right, so when you set these up, you have to have. So you have to have a little gap, like I think it's like that, and then so you can put in a transfer tube like that. Oh, one thing to note as well: if you just put your mouse on something, press space bar, you can just copy it. So simple. Right, so now all we need is 4, oh wait, no, 6, like so, and then we'll up the priority of them. Oh, we need to put another drone down. Now, what I do generally is I will put the closest one to the exit on the higher priority. It just means that you get a truck filled and sent off, and then the other one's filled and sent off. That's much better now. Of course, you can now grab another drone bay and put some more drones down. Oh, we're out of money, so let's let this money go through, and I will bring you back when I've got a bit more cash. Alright everyone, welcome back. We've done a little bit of an upgrade. We now have 4 truck stops, which is bringing us a nice amount of money in. For some reason the money seems to go down. I think, yeah, the more you put out, the less you get. So that's now at a flat rate by the look of it. Of course, you get bonuses to different things, which is pretty interesting. The demand bonus. So basically, the more of a certain resource you put out, the bonus goes down, which is interesting. So now we're going to set up our research. And the simplest way I found to do this, now I'm currently using 14 of 40, but I do want to move my power generation somewhere. I mean, I guess I could just leave it there for now. It's not too much of an issue. So we're going to use these iron nodes here. They're what's going to be for our research. You can use pretty much any ore or any refined ore to do research with varying results. Coal is the easiest one to start off, but I found that if you've got access to iron or gold or nearby, then it's best to use the gold's the best to start off with, and iron if you can't get gold. Now I haven't really seen any gold. I mean, there's some right over here. We got quite a lot of coal there. We've got some gold here and here. Wow, there's a lot of resources around here. We've got iron down here. We've got oil here. Okay. Yeah. Well, for now, we will just start using these guys. Okay, so the best way I've found to do this is we get an unload tube, so, and then we get our minecart track. We can sort of plan how we want this to go. So we're going to need 2 of these. So you're just going to come around there, and then around there like that. Okay, so just have to decide where I'm going to put the research. I'll probably just put the research here, because I don't want this minecart taking forever to get where it needs to go. So I'm going to go like that, and we're going to put 3 carts on it, and then we want a pickup. I'm just going to put the pickup there like that. Now, the interesting thing I found, oh, I put that the wrong way around. There's an interesting little thing that KathrineOfSky actually had in one of her videos the other day. I can't remember what day it was. But these containers, you can actually move resources instantly. And the way to do it is you just, I think is it that or that? Right, just put that down. Yes, like that. Okay, so you just do it like this. Now I'm going to be running 6 research facilities, and they're pretty big. One thing to note about these research facilities is the moment you put one down, so now that I put one down, I have to build the rest in range of that of each other. So this white box going around, so for example, I can't put one over here or anywhere else now. I have to have that, the line basically has to be intersecting the building in order to put it down. Now, of course, for this setup, it's quite simple. Just put, yeah. And we're going to get another one. So, there we go. Okay, so now all we need is these. Flip that around and we go there. Like so. And like so. Okay, so there's multiple ways you can really do the power. The simplest thing I found is just to get your power poles in between like this. Something like that for now. Get rid of those or it's going to look stupid. And we just okay, so like that. I do like that little crisscrossing pattern in the center. I just think it looks pretty cool. And then we can put that'll go in there to power them as well. And then we put them down like that. And we're just gonna run this across like so. Okay, so that'll now power our research centres. Let's check our power. We're still only using 35 or 40. So this is a nice little setup right here. Our next objective, of course, is to create a factory. But when it comes to starting, this is probably a relatively simple setup to start off with. Now these research centres are relatively simple. They take up to 8 of any ore that you put in them, and they will process. Well, basically, they will simply process it, and they will give you research points. Now, you can't claim it until you reach this white line here. Also, when you're actually putting things through here, certain unlocks, like for example, refinery, you just need the research points. Same for the step conveyors. Now, before building a factory, make sure you unlock both of these. But for, say for example, claw train, you need a certain amount of weight shipped out in a 3-month period. For remote connectors, same thing. Set unlock combiner, so you need to put 50 iron, and that's not iron ore, that's processed iron, into research and claim them. So you have to do that 50 of those. Same with coal, processed coal, and then 6,000 weight. Here you need iron. So you get the idea. So different things. So greenhouse, grain meal, farming, oil, waterworks, gold. For your rocket, you need 300 steel plates, 300 gold fuel, 300 capacitors, and 300 ethanol, and 22,000 kilograms in a 3-month period. Your oil derrick, you need gold fuel, etc., etc. And all those requirements are done through your research centres. So I've got 3 up and going right now, which is pretty sweet. Now, one thing I would like to see is the ability to upgrade these mining rigs. I think they should make that a thing, because I mean it's awesome and everything. That they're at a fixed speed, so 1 every 11 seconds. But there should be a way to to decrease that time. I don't know. by a couple of seconds maybe, or 50% improvement, things like that. Just to give the game a little bit more. I'm not complaining. It's just an idea. In all honesty, the game runs exceptionally well, and as you can see, we're just slowly making money. I don't know. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been able to just literally sit and play a good game, and that's what this is. It's a good game. It's simple. It's fun. It's addictive. You just want to keep playing and playing. This tells you basically what weight you're shipping out in the 3-month period, how much you're making. So previous month's revenue was 76,000, and power and taxes was 40,000. And then you got current month's revenue, you got current month's power, current 3-month weight output. It's relatively simple, really. Alrighty. So, right, well, I'm going to call it for this video, and next video we will attempt to unlock and build our first factory. So, my name's Eddie Bider. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please feel free to like and subscribe. Also, I will put a link for both of the YouTubers I mentioned before in the description. Please feel free to go and check out their videos. They're really informative, and they're a lot of fun. I do owe them a bit of a debt for entertaining me for a week while my monitor wasn't working. So, take care, and I will see you next time. Peace.